Welcome to Breaking the Chains. I am Bakita, and I am here with Kristal. Kristal, would you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Kristal, like you just said. I'm from the U.S., Miami, Florida, born and raised in the county of Dade.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm from Broward County, South Florida.
Where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, I lived in Plantation before I came out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know Broward. That's same thing.
Yep, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, I'm sorry, because I didn't know that part. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so that's good for context as we, have this conversation. And for everybody else. So yeah, I'm from Miami. I was in the military. I think that's good to know for context.
Yeah.
And for like majority of my adult life, I was in the military. And I'm a mother. Ah. Yeah, I'm a mother. I'm a single mother. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So first things first, knowing that you're from Miami, Florida, I know that spot in the U.S. very well. Yes. What in the world made you decide to move to Ghana, of all places?
You're right. So that's a loaded question. So I'm gonna try to keep it cute. But first let me start off that I was like raised like really pro-Black, Pan-African, so my dad, he was with the Marcus Garvey. He was, Bob Marley. We know my dad actually used to always talk about moving to Ghana, like growing up. Like on 2 occasions, like my dad's house was on foreclosure, and he was trying to get the money together in like 30 days. And I don't know, remember I know the exact numbers, but let's just say he had to get like 30 and he was like at 25. And so he was still short. And he sat us down on 2 occasions. He was like, I'm about to take this money. I'm about to move to Ghana. I'm going to give your mama some money. I'm going to give your mama some money. I'm going to give you a couple of mamas, right? So, so, and he was going to go. And we was like, oh, I could have Ghana, so, but what I'm saying is he was very familiar with the idea of Africa. Like we always knew as Africans.
Yeah.
My dad was telling my little brothers at 6, you're a Black man living in America,
Yeah.
So, and then my mother on the flip side, both my parents, at some point, were involved in like Nation of Islam, and then Sunni Islam also. But my mother, she's a Christian, but she, same thing. My mother grew up in Liberty City, in Black neighborhoods, and so even though she didn't travel and didn't educate it, like she's still at core, like my mother's very Black. If that makes any sense.
I'm gonna let you finish in a second, but that's something that a lot of people don't know about living in South Florida. South Florida is Florida for us, right. But most of our communities are very pro-Black, very
got newspapers, all that.
Most everything is very pro-Black in South Florida, so that makes sense with you being from South Florida. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I just like when I hear other people's story about how they felt like being Black, and I went to white school, so I was the only like Black girl in the class or whatever. But like I always had that sense of identity. So right, boom. So to the way we was raised, like you got to touch your foot on Africa at some point in your life. That was how we was raised. Like it was an honor. It was like right below heaven.
Yeah.
So now fast forward. I was in the military, so I think that gave me that kind of adventurous side, and so on and so forth. But really, with being a single mom and coming out the military, and I had a very strong resume, a lot of experience. I deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, and it's like no matter what I did, it just wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
and you working for somebody, and you like, I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm smarter than you. And then, you don't have time. Me as a single parent, not having time for my kids and the support. So, and I've always been really big into like journaling and goal setting, writing your goals down and scripting, the act of scripting, like writing a story out that hasn't happened that you want to happen.
Right.
Creating your own reality, I've always been into that. And so I started to Like I just was like feeling like I was hitting that glass ceiling. Everything I just mentioned was not being able to progress in my career, you know, not being able to save no money because it's always this, that, you know. Yeah, it was a lot. So I have, you know, I switched it up a little bit on my goal setting, and I decided that I needed to move from South Florida. It was too expensive.
That's why I'm in Atlanta.
Right, exactly. And so I was thinking about Atlanta, I was thinking about Houston, you know, places like that. But I have to be with my people. Yeah. You know what I mean? At the same time, sometimes I don't like being with my people. Yes. So, but I have to be around, and I have to be around like culture. Like I have to be around, I want to, you know, I want this and I want that, different things, you know, I want to hear different music. And so I'm trying to fast forward, it's a lot. But basically, I just kind of saw like things were kind of lining up for me, like just coming together where I could make something like this happen. And I always wanted to be that person. I was like, oh, honey, I live in Africa. I'm just visiting, you know? And, you know, I always wanted to be her, you know, like the older lady, like, oh no, baby. I have a new accent now. I done got brand new one, y'all. Oh no, darling. I live in Ghana.
That's so cool.
So I just saw it coming together, and we know because I'm heavy on the journal, I'm heavy on the meditation, I'm heavy on the ancestral, you know, connection and all that, and I just saw it come together, and I saw it was getting no younger either. Yeah, you know, I saw my kids was like, you know, they're at the age I could take them now. They're gonna be okay if I wait a little longer. It's going, you know. I just saw everything happen, you know, and it felt in place, and I believe that it was divine because I was wanting that, I was calling for that, and so yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times I don't think our continental family understands that the majority of us who actually make the move to Africa, but Ghana specifically, it's a pull, it's a calling. Like people think that, oh, you like, why would you move to Africa? Why would you come here and all of this? Especially the people on the ground. You've probably experienced that. Why would you come here? Why would you leave America? It's at some point it becomes, it's not even a choice anymore. It's like, I have to. So did you feel like that? Did you feel like I have to?
Yeah, absolutely. Like when I made my mind up, this is what I was going to do. Like, I didn't even know how it was going to happen, you know, but I knew it was something bigger than me. And like I think it's important to say that I feel like in your life or in life, for me, let me speak for myself. For me, when I got my spirituality in order, everything else gets to fall in order. Now, and whatever that looks like, you know what I mean? Because that's a whole other conversation, you know. But like, I guess you can say you need something to stand on, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. So when I got those things in order, for me, like really tapping in every day, I'm really big on, like, before you start your day, like try to get 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, the more the better. What you can, you know, connect, do what you do that. There's a lot of answers inside of here. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot. You know, and when you're honest with yourself, you're only helping yourself, really. Not always easy, you know. So when I began to do those things, like I started to see things, and it became I had to be here. Like I didn't want to be there anymore. I knew I had to be somewhere. I don't even want to say I didn't want to be there anymore, because I don't want to focus on what I don't want. Right. You know? But like, you know, I just saw it.
You needed to be somewhere else.
Yeah, I saw what I could do, and so then to make the preparations, they came from inside. You know, came from inside, like what to do next. You know, so like there are things that I think are essential in your preparation, but I wouldn't have known if I didn't connect, and you know, to guide me, to lead me to watch this or to read this or to do that. Mm-hmm. You know? That's important. That's a missing piece. That's important. That's what I say, right? That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
You need that.
Absolutely.
You need, because all of this, all this could go, it could fail, it could whatever else. Then when you get over here too, you realize you really spend it up in air. So what else? What else you gonna do? Who you gonna call?
You know, I always tell people that moving to Africa, if you're moving to Africa to get away from something, all you're gonna do is run into it. And the truth of the matter is, we take ourselves everywhere we go. And if you don't do the inner work, all you're gonna do is it'll end up being other issues when you move to somewhere else. So, that's work and the spiritual work. It's a continual process. It never ends. We just have to keep at it. So I love the fact that you're like, I don't want to focus on what I don't want. I'm focused on what I do want, and the route that I wanted to take. So how did you choose? We have 54 nations in Africa, or on the continent of Africa. So how did you choose Ghana of all places?
Yeah, so at first it wasn't always Ghana, right? Because so I really like East African music. I do.
That's cool.
Yeah, so, and I like East African, like watching East African weddings on YouTube. They be getting it, right?
They do be getting it.
I mean, all African weddings, but my favorite would be East African weddings, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I need to go to these East African weddings, like they be getting it. So at first I was basing my preference off of just fallacy, whatever, like,
yeah,
and everything. So I like most of my favorite African, not most of them, I would say, were Congolese from the Democratic Republic of Congo. But that country is still developing. I mean, all of these nations are developing, but they got some ways to go. And also, so I look at Tanzania. That was that was or whatnot. And then eventually, because I didn't want to come to Ghana, because I was looking at Ghana like Atlanta. So
it is like Atlanta. Ghana is definitely turning into Atlanta. Like,
yes. When people ask me, like, I'm like, it's Atlanta in that way, And so anyway, but then I said, okay, you already going against the grain, like, fly. You're a mother first. So let's make the most logical decision.
Yeah.
And go from there. So, I look at Ghana as a place where there's a lot of expats already there. So there's a proven success rate.
Yeah.
Already, like a high, strong, proven success rate.
Yeah.
There's blueprints has already been laid out for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, I can't remember how this happened, but I end up, this was pivotal for me. I end up finding like a location, like a tour education company. Mm-hmm. They do tours from the States to Ghana and other countries, Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa, but they're Ghana based, and they have a relocation package.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I was like, you know what? This is going to be a big move. Like, this is not the time to be like, I ain't going to spend no money on that. So it's the time to do that. You're really moving to Africa with your kids by yourself.
Right.
Like, and I know, like, my areas where I'm from, like, you could think you could roll up there if you want to, but if you don't know nobody.
That's why, and I think that's why, like with me moving there, and because I didn't have anybody, but I had my husband. If I knowing that most of the women moving are single women a lot, there's more and more single mothers moving. I'm always like, you gotta build your relationships. You need to have somebody on the ground, because it makes me think of like, my cousin used to stay in Overtown, and we would have to call before we came so somebody could meet us at front of the street and escort us in. So I'm always in the mindset like you can't just roll up in somebody.
You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. You just gonna roll up. So I totally understand where you're coming from, and that's why it gives me a good perspective knowing that you're from Miami. So
yes.
It's a certain way we move. So when you said you used a relocation service, right? I see a lot of like repatriation consultants and stuff like that. Would you say that it was worth using?
Katie, let me tell you, the money that I spent with them, that money been gone a long time ago. But I have a relationship. You know what I mean? I have people I can call on. You know, like they still check in with me. You know, like we have like literally, I would say 1 to twice a month.
Oh wow.
Know? Yeah, like it's a relationship now. It's a family. Like I'm like maybe I'm like a cousin or something like that, a distant in that situation. You know, so and even though they're not in country now, like they've helped me out.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Just on the phone, whatever, this and that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They gave me so much insight on how to move that I've made my own connections based off of their advice.
Yes. Yes.
Before I got here, they gave me the one I got here. You know what I mean? And whatnot. So to me, like it's worth it. Like if you don't have nobody here that you know, like a good girlfriend or a cousin or brother, whatever, like I would definitely recommend that because I've met people here who's been here longer than me, and they're like, "Girl, how you do that? How you do this? How you know?" And I'm like, "I paid my $1,500." Exactly. And I'm saying the number because it sounds like it's a lot, but I'm telling you, this is your life, it's your kids. Just you go to another continent.
Right.
Serious?
Right. And see, that's something that I think that there is this thing where everybody is a repatriation consultant right now. But if you vet people and you get some like you would be someone who could say, hey, I use this service and they helped me out and it was amazing. Speaking of which, do you mind telling us what service you use?
I sure don't. Certified Africa. And
I've talked to her before.
Kristen and me, yeah. No, thorough. You know, that's been my experience. You know, that has been my experience. And like, because some of us just trying to make it. Some of us, you know, we all got hustle, we got talent, you know what I'm saying? We got drive and whatever. So when I met them, like, I don't know, I just believed in them.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did. And that goes back to the spiritual, because I didn't know, like, you know, you don't know who to choose, who to pick.
Right.
I didn't know. You know what I mean? And whatnot. But when you got that base, and that discernment is there, you know what I mean? Yeah. Those signs come up, not that one. Okay, this one, you don't know why. You know, because it's so important, and not to get off track, but just to kind of prove the point of how I picked the company that has been so, you know, foundational in my success. Because when you connect, you have to connect, whatever that looks like. If that like doing like this, you make a salat, you going like, you make a dua, if like this, you know what I'm saying? If you just sit on your porch in the morning time, you know,
whatever it is,
time, you know, you got to connect.
Yeah.
Because you got to connect. That's when it comes to. So you may not know why you're doing this and you're doing that, but you learn to trust that voice because you know that voice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, that's how you think people be getting lucky in life. No, they connected. They're prepared.
Yeah.
So that led me to them. Of all the companies, I don't even remember how exactly I found out about them, you know, and whatnot. And I don't regret it not one bit. I'm grateful for it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Because, you know, like I said, there's so many relocation services right now. And you don't know who is doing what, because we do have the problem of a lot of people are just really kind of taking advantage of the people who don't know naivete. But I know that there are people who actually help folks relocate, and it's valuable. I was asked why I won't do it. I don't do it because I don't like people like that. So I don't need to do that kind of business because I have to live with them. But I I'm an advocate for doing whatever it takes to make things easier for you. Why would you, if you come to a fork in the road and one road is smooth and one road is bumpy, which one you gonna take? I mean, if it costs you a little money to take the smoother road, why not just take the smoother road? That's my philosophy. I don't mind paying for things to be a little easier for me, you know? Right. You know, so I'm glad to hear that Certified Africa was able to help you out. I have a video with her. I'll post a link to that video in this video description, and I'll post a link to their website. I'm just glad to hear that that you had a good experience, because you're the first person that I've actually spoken with that has used the service and had a really good experience too. So I'm glad to hear that. With that, where do you live in Ghana?
Yeah, so I live like Achimota side.
Okay, cool.
Like, that whole area, Tantra Hills, Dumbi, Babanga area.
So how did you choose what side of town you wanted to live on?
Oh, okay. So, before I got here, I'm looking at stuff online and everything and this and that. I'm like, I'm gonna live over here, I'm gonna live over there. And I remember I kept asking Certified Africa. I remember like, they would tell me, don't even worry about looking for a place to there. If you have questions, you can ask us, but trust me, when you get here, you see. So, I'd be showing like, oh, what about this apartment? What about that apartment? They were like, that looks good. We said, but I don't know. Like, I have to go and see, right? You just never.
Right.
So I learned why they were saying that, because when I got here, like the places that I want to stay, like there's two things to it, right? Places you want to stay, like for me, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it for me. Sorry. So the places that I wanted to stay, like, Osu, them kind of areas, I was like,
yeah, that's expensive
financially.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking I would get a place, come here in like 2 weeks and find a place.
Never.
Yes.
How long did it take you?
Like maybe 2.5, 3 months.
Yep.
2.5, 3 months. And the funny part about it was, as I was apartment searching, my criteria was changing. So I was like, okay, what I thought I wanted, I can't afford that. So, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what you call it?
It took us a month, and my husband is from there. So right. It's not, people think, oh, I'm gonna just, and I'm glad that they told you that, because when I say to somebody, like, don't look at that stuff online, you need to be on the ground and search on the ground. They like,
it could be a nice apartment. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, I was just saying, like, people are always like, but well, it's online and they showing this and they show. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna, and that's why I'm not a consultant, because I'm just like, okay, do what you want to do.
Because you know what, you have to come and see for yourself. Like, you got to be a believer, because you could see a nice apartment and it could be nice, but it could be like 4 miles of like bad road to get there uphill.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then also I had to change my standards, because when I first got here, far off the main road. Now I'd be like, oh, close to the main road.
Yeah. It's a lot to learn, and I think that people having a service like that to help guide you through it, because it's the learning curve is steep, and you get there and it's just kind of like, oh wow, like this is totally not the way we do things where I'm from, and it's not going to be like how we do things here. Speaking of how we do things here, you are a single mother living in Ghana. How has that worked as far as the kids go? How have they been adjusting?
Yeah, they adjusted pretty well, but I feel like I prepared them as best as I could. Mm-hmm. As soon as I had the idea to move to Africa, like my oldest son, he was at the age, and he is at the age where he's starting to understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I just explained to him, you know, hey, this is what's going on now. Like, mommy did this. Don't nobody help me. And that was crazy to know that. You know, he didn't know. Yeah. No, he said nobody. Nobody. Not my no, not that no, not
nobody helps me.
So he felt for a minute. As I explained to him, he watched the video of, like, you know, they have the apartment hunting house ever, and he was like, I told him how much we paid in this apartment in Plantation off the university, you know, and I showed him how much the apartments over here were and getting it, you know, and yeah. So, you know, he understood, and but we know they were already kind of immersed, like I listened to, you know, Afro music, like I said, I like Afrobeat, I like East African, I like Afro house, so, you know, they was already kind of with that here, you know. I think I hyped them up so much about it that my son was like, "Mommy, we did it."
Yes, that's so good. That's good. That's
so
good.
Now they got in now. They be Chale.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, one of the lately, I've been having a few conversations with women about being single and being in Ghana and what it looks like as far as safety goes. And there have been a few women that I've talked to on camera that have spoken about some not so great experiences. And most of the women who have not had great experiences aren't, they're afraid to talk about it in public, which, you know, that's kind of like a worldwide thing. Like most of the times, like nobody wants to be stigmatized with what comes with it. You know how that is. What has been your experience as far as safety concerns and dealing with your life in Ghana as a single woman?
Yeah. So I would say, going back to Certified Africa, like they had their pick me up from the airport. Like I had a phone conversation with the person. You know, we were texting, had a picture and everything. So they picked us up in the airport. They had like a little welcoming thing, and I would say like my first maybe month or 2 months, I moved around with them. Like I never left my house without them.
Okay.
So, you know, of course I was looking out. You know, now, but I never left. Everything that I knew those first 2 months was a certified African personnel.
Okay.
So with that, with what I, you know, getting there, because like before, I think I maybe had like maybe 9 months or 7 months of like weekly, almost every weekly Zoom calls, talking about something with states, you know, whether it was budget, whether it was language, it was customs, you know. So then that combined with basically like a chaperone where I went explaining stuff to me, you know, this and that and whatever. And then one thing I remember when I was watching all of my other videos about, you know, people in Ghana and their experiences, there were two interviews or whatever that I saw. I can't think of their name, but I know the videos when I both spoke about finding a driver, you know, finding a driver. So I was like, okay, I need a driver. And, you know, eventually I found one, you know what I mean? Somebody like over time, I was just like, I like you, you know what I mean? And he was looking out. He was like, when you see this sign, this business sign, you turn here. That's your home, okay? Yes. You see this? This is Coca-Cola Runabout, okay? Look, you know, he was making sure that. And that's when I realized, I said, oh, some people are just good people.
Right.
And that's what one of my things moving here. I'm like, okay, I don't have no like agenda. You know, I got my agenda, you know what I mean, for me and whatnot. but you understand on your life and everything. Some people are just like that. And I knew that if I get out of my little area, I could find more people like me.
Yeah.
So, and because, you know, I'm always in my spiritual bag, you know, I was able to, I felt like kind of vet him, you know, being fond of him, I would still go back and check. And I still, you know, but I don't, all them stories about people being unsafe or whatever, when I heard it, I was like, ah! Like, I didn't know that was happening. Yeah. I didn't know that was happening because I'm straight, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, you know, you can't trust everybody. Here, people will pretend to be nice, and I met people like that. That pretend to be nice and they not. So that's why you know when you meet people, you know, you get an answer from whoever.
Yeah.
You know, you get a sign from whoever. They move funny, you know, you're gonna get the message or whatever and whatnot. And I don't know nothing about that. So when I saw that video, I spoke to some of my friends, and they was like, "Oh yeah, a cab driver get in my face, you know, and this." And I've had some experiences also when I wasn't with him. But because, like, one time I had a cab driver put me out the car, just put me out. Wow. Now, it wasn't that happening. He was like, "Oh, traffic is bad. If I take you home, I ain't gonna make it back where I gotta be at 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna end the trip." I was like, "So what you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I got somewhere to be. It was Christmas time." He was like, "Yes, it was nighttime. I was in Medina." He was like, "I got some. I ain't gonna make it." Yeah.
Oh.
Baby, he said he put the car, put the car to the side, turn the car off. He was like, "Like, you go."
Oh my God.
I was like, so I gotta get out. It was like I trying to be nice about it. You know, and I didn't even like know where I was really at that time, like I do now. Now I know that. But now I see people thinking like, shit, she almost home anyway, you know.
And you know, the crazy part about that is, you know, somebody from there may not see how that might enrage somebody. Like, how could you do something like that to me? Yeah. Like, it's nighttime. I'm somewhere where I really don't know what I'm doing, and you just gonna put me out just because you got something else to do?
Like, you took the ride. Like, you know what I'm saying? You took the ride.
You took this ride, but you gonna just put me out. Alrighty then. I mean, and that's a kind of situation that could have turned into something really bad. But
I'm protected. So that leads back to the other point. Ain't nothing to happen, baby.
Exactly.
That's, you know what I mean? So that leads into my other point, like on top of that. And protected because I put my work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If something happened to you, before it happened to me, I'm good. I connect with grandma, all them. They ain't bring me here for something to happen to me. They ain't bring me all the way here to get caught up on no taxi driver. To believe that, to know that.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
Walk with me, it's 10 men walk with me. You can't see them. I mean, I can't see them. You can't see them. But
they here. They here.
I'm here. My grandmama here. Everybody right here.
They right here. Yeah.
My knee and grandmama here. I did my test. She didn't bring me home for me to get messed up.
Yeah.
But you have to have that. You know what I mean? Whether it's real or not, right? When you have that conviction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Science has proven that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Science, if you want to take out religion, they have done studies that if you can visualize yourself doing something, even if you've never done, if you can visualize yourself being somewhere, you've never been somewhere, you know, if you visualize you getting money, you're going to get it. That's science. Yeah. Now, the Bible been telling us that, the Quran been telling us that, and everything else been telling us that too.
And science is telling us that too.
Whatever angle you want to look at it, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like, you have to believe that. You have to, but you don't believe, maybe you'll believe it better if you put the work in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't believe you could protect it if you ain't connected.
So, you know, I mentioned to you before, like, that it seems like a lot of people, when they get to Ghana, they like completely bring their guards down. Like, you know, here we have, you kind of walk with, you walk with like your walls around you. You kind of, even if you got it down a little bit, you at least peeking over it. It's like, you know, so I noticed like a lot of women tend to, because Ghana feels really comfortable. It feels really good. And you just like, okay, I'm here and I'm not gonna. Right. So how do you keep yourself in alignment and not dropping your spiritual guards or your mental guards or whatever the case may be? How do you keep yourself like in that space?
Yeah, you're right about that. When you get here, when I got here, I felt so not myself. Like, I was like, because you know, I'm on a spiritual tip, so sometimes I'll be like, am I going too far? Because I was like, it's just me, but I'm kind of off balance. And I started seeing other people saying things on Facebook or saying like, no, when you get here, the energy's different.
Yeah.
You're going to find yourself, at least that's my experience, and people have shared the same experience, the same things that you probably wouldn't. So it took me time, and I'm still trying to get grounded. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we're close to the equator, because you're back home with our ancestors. It's a lot of, you know, variables I don't. And I do struggle spiritually. I don't even to this day think I have the same vigor that I had when I was trying to get here.
Yeah.
But I get what I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the intention.
Yeah.
What I got. And you know, it gets better. And the thing I would say is like too, I to appreciate like the things that like you have nature around you and all of that. You got mountains here, you got the ocean here, you know, you got virgin forest. You know, your grandparents was up in there.
Yeah.
But that's saying I don't look at the beach in Elmina and be like, and I didn't cry. I was away, yes. But when I go on the beach, I'm like, my granddaddy was fishing here.
Yeah.
So my grandma was doing whatever she was doing, raising the kids. You know what I mean? I actually made it to the place where my people was at.
Yeah.
So you do what you can. It may not look the same.
Yeah.
You know, but you start with gratitude, and it comes. You know what I mean? Yeah. It comes even with the bad stuff that happens, whatever. And I done had my moments, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But gratitude, because you're here.
Yeah. 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 And you know, it's to see you and hear you come from the space where, you know, your dad talked about coming to Africa and, you know, making that return and him being a Garveyite and Pan-African and all that stuff, to know that you were able to really kind of complete that task for your family. And I mean, that's how I feel about it. It's like I was able to pick up the baton and kind of finish continue to run that race for my ancestors. And that part of it alone is, it'll help you like knock you off your socks. Like you just kind of like, I can't believe I did this. It's been over 400 years and I'm back.
I'm here. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Sometimes I really be like in the taxi, I'm like, man, I'm chilling in Ghana.
Yeah.
Like I'm really over here living my African life.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, in the comments of a few of my videos, I have a lot of what seems to be, you know, we don't know who these people are behind these names and all of this stuff, but they seem to be West African, Ghanaian for the most part. And there's a lot of I'm trying to be diplomatic about it. But there seems to be a lot of vitriol in the comments. So the people in the comments, it seems like there are a lot of Ghanaian men and a lot of men from here And they tend to talk about, you know, for whatever reason, it seems like people have an issue with Black American women. I don't know what that's about. I don't experience that on a actual personal basis. Like, I've had really, really good experiences with Black men and Ghanaian men. I've had, since the few videos that I've made about this, I've had Ghanaian men to actually call me and, you know, say, hey, what's going on? I didn't know that these things were happening. What do we need to do to protect these women? And I wanted to say that because the comments would lead people to believe that, from our point of view, the comments would lead you to believe that they don't give a damn. And you get what you get because if you have a bad attitude, you deserve to get your behind whooped and all of that stuff. But when I look at somebody like you, you're sitting here, you're really spiritually in tune, and you have a very positive attitude, but you've still had an experience or two, and you know people who've had experiences that were not favorable to.
I still have them. I still have experiences. That was just one. That was just like that. That was that one. I have other ones not in the taxi.
So yeah. So let's be real. It's a clear and present issue that we have to deal with on a regular basis, right? And I think because we come from a place where, like, we're more outspoken, so to speak. It's not that the violence against women doesn't happen here. It's we have more other things in place. Like, you got your family here. Like, I can call my cousin, I can call my uncles, I can call whoever. You roll up on me if you want to. I got something for that. But there, you know, it's, you know, you kind of have to pull it back a little bit because, you know.
This is right. And before I answer that, I was going to give, like, my philosophy a little bit. Like, you don't always have to win a situation with force or being right. Get what you need to get.
Yeah. Right?
So if I just need to get my ECG, my electric, whatever, you know, something I that done at the place. That's what I need for my life to get to. Because I need lights in my house so I can have internet so that I could work my kids and start building my house. Right? That's what I need. You gotta stay focused. So I'm here to. That's what I came here to Ghana to do.
Right.
So, that me as a woman, my driver is more than a driver. You know what I mean? And let me just say the picture. I know his wife. I know his kids. Ain't like he my man or nothing like.
Right.
I know his daddy, all of that. You know, my mama. You know, but he handles a lot of that for me.
Yeah.
I think if you was trying to move around Ghana by yourself, you're gonna find it hard. You're gonna find it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can go and want to be right and prove a point. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't.
Right.
But you just figure out what is that you want.
Right. Is it really, is that the goal, or is the goal to get what you need? You know, and I learned quickly that having a trusted Ghanaian man around, be it a friend or your dude, is really important. Because
let him deal with that. He know how to deal with them. Exactly. And he know you.
Exactly.
Go with you. So he know how to deal with them. Don't mind them, sister.
Exactly. You know? So I'm glad to hear you say, you know, like that, like, it's, you understand the way I understand. Like, you need somebody to be that buffer in between you and the rest of the men, because they are, like, you know, it's cultural things too. Like, I was talking to my husband and we were talking about the issue, and, you know, first of all, people in Ghana talk loud anyway. But then when it's confrontational, they get real loud and they go to throwing their hands and doing all of that. And in our culture, that's absolute disrespect. You're not gonna talk to me like that. Who the fuck you think you talking to? I'll bust you on your shit. And then, then when you from certain parts of the country, like I always think about like if this was somebody from the city from Fort Lauderdale, from the city of Fort Lauderdale, or from Miami, like Liberty City, Overtown, Kansas City, something like that. I'm like, we would be. I'm like, they better be glad it's a certain kind of African American that's moving to Africa,
right.
Because if the other ones of us was moving, baby, we would be it would be a complete shit show.
Baby, okay. All right.
So I'm glad to know that you at least and it's was it because of Certified Africa that you were able to kind of understand like, okay, it's better for me to have somebody to help me navigate this thing, or was that something you just figured out on your own?
I heard people that were successful. They mention that, and then when I go out without myself, I can see the difference.
Uh-huh.
I can see the difference. So I don't go without myself. Like in my neighborhood, everybody knows me. I'm the only Obroni, so everybody knows me. Auntie, I know them. I know everybody in my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But when I'm I don't even call people on the phone most of the time. I let my brother call him and let him talk to them, and he tell me how much it is. You know?
That's how I am. So it's like, for real, I don't do none of that stuff because I already know. I know what it's gonna look like. So ain't no use in putting myself through the kind of stress and aggravation and you trying to get me and. So when you, as someone who's been there for now almost a year, you've learned to successfully navigate things so far. You've had some bad experiences. You've had some really good experiences. What would you tell other single mothers who are interested in moving to Ghana with their children? What would you tell them would be the most important thing they should know about making this move?
Yeah, I would definitely say that it's doable. Like it's doable. And I know I probably sound like some kind of crazy woman, but as a single mom, I would say it's so important you get your spiritual right and to help make decisions. Yeah. You ain't got no man when your mind is tired and your spirit is tired. Just give you some energy, however that energy gonna come. You know what I mean? You got that. So you making big moves, making big decisions for your kids' life. We ain't got time to be messing around. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you want to have yourself and don't got no kids, live your life, baby. You could do what you got to do. Make them stay. Don't matter. But see, it was different. You are a mother now. Yeah. So you're supposed to be on point with your spirituality, whatever that looks like. Make sure your kids straight. So that is so key. Now, if you want to go to the tangible parts, I would say that if you think you're going to have a lot of money, you're going to save 20, 50 grand, and then you're going to, be rich before run out.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And people, I think people make it look like that's what's going to happen when you move to Ghana. If you move and you got this amount of money, you start your business, you're going to be off to the races in no time. And then people get there and it's like, so I'm broke now. What do I do? And as a single mother, I've been a single mother before, you have to you gotta kind of try to prepare for that what if part.
Yes.
And
you know it's coming.
Yeah, you know it's coming. So to flip the script a little bit, Just a little bit.
I don't know why I was smiling.
Huh?
I don't know why I just started laughing. I don't know. I just started.
You know, a lot of people think there's this narrative being placed out there that all of these African American women are moving to Ghana for a man.
Child, listen. Go ahead and finish so I can speak my mind.
So, you're a single mother. Did you move to Ghana for a man?
No, ma'am. I didn't move for a man, right? I didn't move for a man, but I moved for all of the things that I wanted for my life. Mm-hmm. I pray that there's a man in there for me in it.
Yeah.
That being said, because this is a safe place.
Yes, it is a safe place.
From what I have seen so far, I highly doubt I would be interested in. They don't come from me. I'm sorry. I mean, unless he has gone out,
keep it real,
preferably to the States. You know, and not because I think I'm better than him, because I want my man to understand me.
Exactly.
You know, and I don't, and because I'm already a mother. Like if I was like a young woman with no kids, then I have the energy to get to invest, to know with my Ghanaian man and understand him, and we could do that. But I see I'm already tired. You know, I ain't no spring chicken. I got stuff on my plate. I got work like this, so I need mine like kind of already ready made. Like,
yeah, he need to already be ready. Like, we don't have time for
right.
that. So have you?
It's too much of a gap.
Have you had any time to try it out?
I mean, I had a couple conversations, you know, and like I could. Let me say this first. This is when I say a deterrent for me, the fact that some, you know, okay, I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just gonna talk. Oh Lord, I'm nervous. I know they come from.
Just go.
I'm sweating now. So anyway, there's the people that be like, oh, I like you. Can I be your friend? You know, and see, I'm glad you from around. We not friendly, and I say that to say is that's a figure of speech where we from. I'm actually a friendly person, but where you gotta have your unit on.
Yeah.
You walk up, I want to be your friend. Out of
you're like,
you know what I'm saying? And I've been through some things in my life too already. You know, I'm like, who sit you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that
you're always suspicious.
And I understand that may be not a big deal here, but those words are triggers for me.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, you know, and anything of that nature, you know. So some people, some of the guys are just very, very forward in their intentions, and they may be their intentions may be pure. I can't relax like that, you know. Yeah. That's the first thing. So that kind of like cancels like a bunch of people, you know. And also, I would say
say it.
Some people come in a, like I said, this is me where I'm at in my life. Look at me, I'm backpedaling like I'm a right? But I'm at in my life, I'm not really wanting to be to come like, you know, 15 years ago when I was younger, you know, and whatnot. And then I'll meet somebody, kids, I have responsibilities and whatnot. And at the same time, I'm older, so I'm now. So like if I go and spend 250 Ghana on my nails, like I don't want to hear none of that.
Okay. Like
I didn't.
Okay.
I understand where you coming from, but I don't want to live my life like that, hearing that. Like I'm gonna get my nails done.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
That's why if I want to go at one every night and I mind you, because it's cheaper for me. You know, it's when I buy bread, it's cheaper than this old suit. You know, all that because I can afford. But when I want to hop into town and I want to go eat that spot and spend, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, me and the girls gonna go have some drinks.
Okay.
That's what we going. And I don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
So, if it's my birthday and I'm gonna act up,
I don't want to get no shit.
Don't get smacked up.
Exactly.
Okay. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want to do a lot of explaining because I'm past that point in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm finna go out. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Like, you know, so I just need somebody to understand that about me. You know what I mean? If I bring out my little, see me doing this with some incense on the porch, I ain't doing juju. You know what I'm saying? I'm meditating. That's what I do.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm finna go do yoga in these yoga pants. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just very modest. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned you going hanging out with your friends or whatever. How have you found it building relationships with either other folks from the diaspora or like Ghanaian women or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, so I feel like a eclectic mix of friends, acquaintance. I don't have that many American friends.
Oh, really? Cool.
I don't know where they at.
Really?
Most of my girlfriends are European. Most of them are British.
Really?
Like they're regular Black girls. They just UK girls. You know what I mean? Like I haven't met a lot of. I be seeing them on like Facebook, but I don't see many foreigners. You know, I don't see many foreigners, but the ones that I have met and I connected, like closest, like girl, what you doing tonight? You know, they're European.
Wow.
One of us is a Ghanaian. She was raised in Italy, and she lives here. And she's from the UK, but she's been to like New York every summer, and, you know, and whatnot. And you know, through them, I've met like other like Italian Ghanaians or UK girl. You know, I met one or two Americans, but and it's so funny because I get to see that even as Americans, we are. Even my European friends and I, like, we're different. Yeah. Our approach to life, the way we answer a question, you know, so I learned so much about myself. Like, it's a special conversation for being from America. Yeah. A Black American, you know? Yeah. So, you have your friends, you know, you don't have to be like telling your business to everybody who you meet, but, you know, you have your and go and hang out with for some morale, you know, and it's important to have friends that have been here, like local friends, whether they be like maybe income level, you know, because they know where to get your daughter hair braided for 10 CDs. Right. You know? Right. You know what I mean? And they're gonna hold you down. Yeah. They're gonna hold you down, you know. Friends that know the local stuff, they know the market stuff, but they know political ins and outs, you know, because they grew up in the system and they maybe view because they're from a different class level. And then you have your diaspora friends, then you have your American friends, because the one or two that I do, then I could just talk. Yes. You can I ain't got to slow down. Yeah. You know, I don't have to explain. Yeah. This and that, you know, like, you know, I call my friends one time, I call myself a hoe, but I was just like joking. I was like, yeah, I'm a scheming asshole. Like, I was like, but I'm not a scheming asshole. But that's how we talk. That's how we talk. Right. And, you know, and I think that's why to me is really important. Because I'm the same, like my friends in Ghana are from the UK, from here, and from Canada, from Australia. Like I have friends from all over the world in Ghana, but my closest friends are women who have been in Ghana for a long time, but they're from here. So, and most of them are from the South, actually, which is even better because they just really, you know, you can really just kind of let your hair down and, you know, and be who you are. And they understand where you're coming from also. Like they get it. Like when you say, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like it's when you venting those frustrations or whatever, they get it.
So I'm glad that you have some close friends that you can, you can kick it with or whatever. You do need to get with your people though. You need to get with your people, girl.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. I be seeing them. I'm like, where y'all at? I never
like Ghana is as small as it is. It's not like you just gonna run into people. It's 30 million people, 32 million Ghanaians. So we so spread out or whatever over Ghana. You can go. I've gone for a long time in Ghana without seeing another foreigner for months.
Yeah.
So it's something that you have to make a concerted effort to, like, you have to really work at it, You have
being Osu, I'm like, where are y'all at? Where?
Yeah, it's something. It's something to that people should think about, like, because it does look like, because Facebook makes it look like you can just meet these people anywhere and whatever, and it doesn't necessarily work like that. Because like for me, I live in the central region, but all of my friends live in Accra or Adenta or like they live on the other side of it's way over there.
But so let me say one thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I thought you was done. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
One thing, let me say one thing. Like, I have reached out to like a few like people who I thought was on the forums. Like, hey, I'm in, Ghana, I'm in the crowd, blah, blah, blah. The European girls are nicer.
Really?
I'm just saying that.
Girl, you better tell it.
Yeah, no, serious. I have like European girls, like, yeah, they don't even know you there, girl. Come on. Like, you ain't even met them, you're just online. Like, really, like, just more like welcoming, more warm. I've reached out to people before, and I'm like, yeah, I got here, and like, it was just really, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because maybe over text message or like message on Facebook, you can't tell. But if I see you as a descriptive person on your comments and your things, and then like I'm trying to reach out, and it's like kind of dry.
Yeah, but you know what that comes from us being American, and Americans always being suspicious of folks. And
I don't want nothing from you. I'm looking for friends. I'm looking for a safe place. I'm looking for a sister, somebody. I'm trying to reach out to you and you acting funny.
And that's something that I think we really have to work on. It's weird because people bring their guard down completely with Ghana as a whole, but when it comes to each other, it's just like, what you want? Yeah. Why are you here? Who sent you?
Right.
What you want with me? Why are you trying to be my friend? You know what I'm saying? So that's something that we have to work on. And that's why in our group, I'm always telling people, like, I can't make y'all reach out to each other. I can't make people have meetups and all of this stuff. And people are, we have our lives and all of this stuff, but you have to make some kind of effort. And if somebody is reaching out to you, like anytime people reach out to me, I make an effort to try to like meet them up. Like, I want to have my people having my people. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm just glad that you have people and you're not isolated. Because being in Ghana can be overwhelming. Yeah. And even the emotional overwhelming of the fact that you're living in Africa, like, people don't understand, like, it's been years for me at this point. Like, and sometimes I'll be in Ghana and I'll wake up and be like, I actually am doing this for real.
Right.
Like, I'm really in Africa. I'm really living between Africa and America.
It's my real life.
This is my real life. Like, I said that I wanted to live bicontinentally And that's actually what I'm doing.
Yeah, we are so powerful.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We are so powerful.
I'm so happy that I got a chance to talk to you.
Yeah, me too. Likewise.
So it's been, the conversations lately have been kind of heavy, but it's stuff that we needed to, that I needed to address. And hearing you be able to say, you know, yeah, I've seen those things, I've heard about those things, I've experienced those things, but here are the things that I've done to mitigate some of those issues. I think is really important because, you know, I remember when you commented on the young lady's video, and the first thing you said is like, she need a driver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She need a driver.
It would have been a different interview if she would have had a driver.
Yeah, and I don't think people really understand, like, to me, I feel like you understood where she was coming from, even though because she was still like an exposed nerve. So it was more so fresh.
Yes.
And I don't think people even realize, like, if you watch the whole video, even at the end with all of that she was, all of the anger that she was feeling in the moment, she still was like, I still like being here. I still would prefer to be here than to be in America. Like, yeah, I may end up back in America, but right now, this is home for me. And I'm good with that. I just want to feel protected. And I don't think people would, like, I'm a kind of person who I look beyond what you, like, yo right now is, and I'm seeing the pain. The pain is like, damn, I didn't think I was gonna come to Africa and be in this kind of situation. And, you know, it's just one of those things where I wish that people would take a moment and try to.
Give me a second, please. I'm sorry. A second, please.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, I just wish people would take a moment when you're seeing someone who's having a hard time and going through a moment in their life, that you try to be compassionate about the fact that, dang, here's this person, single mother. Like, even if you just listen to the reason why she came to Ghana in the first place, you should know that there's going to be some distension there. There's a little right behind that alone. So I was so happy to see your comment, and it made, I'm like, you know, seeing somebody able to sensibly be able to deduce what it is that this person is experiencing, and be able to say, you know, I feel for her. This is, I wish she had this, and if she would do that, and she need to get back into her spiritual bag and get herself back centered. I really appreciated you for that, because you saw that there were women on the post who was like, how disrespectful, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's all well and good, but what about this person and what the person is dealing with by themselves, you know?
Right. So, I mean, she didn't tell no lies, first of all.
She didn't lie. It was just how she was so angry.
Yeah, like as a sister, and I'm assuming I'm older than her just from the little bit I saw. But me, I'm gonna say me as a, when I was watching it, I was like, you know, and that's why I was like, I feel like throwing a blanket on her real quick.
I know.
Like, cover up real quick, because I knew they was coming, and and I could ever like talk to her, if she ever see this, reason I would say you, okay, create your reality. And I know you know this already. I forgot her name. I know she already know this, but that's what I saw. You didn't like how you can change the whole situation if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, you can change the whole situation. The baby daddy situation, the son, you can all this around you. You gonna start loving you back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
But it was her mind. It's her mindset and whatnot, and it's a lot like what it was. And I was like, where they gonna come from? I was like, oh my God, they gonna.
Oh, I knew, and people was even coming for me because I wasn't stopping her. But my whole thing is, this is this person's experience, and is valid. Yeah, y'all might not like how she is expressing herself, but at the end of the day, she ain't lying, and people need to know, like, this is how you can feel. And at the end of the day, when you alone and lonely and you going through this, you're getting sick, you don't really have nobody, you're doing this for whatever reasons you have, and you can't really spiritually, you can't get yourself back aligned, and it's just like, you know, and I could see that. I could see it in her. It was more like, everything is out of control and I can't seem to gather it back together. But now,
if you never been here before, you ain't gonna get it. If you never been before, you're not gonna get it, because when you're not here, you're thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go to Ghana, I'm gonna get me an apartment, I'm gonna be African, be living it, you know. But when I tell people, when you come out your door, you don't know what's gonna happen today. You don't know what's gonna happen. I ain't never had a bored day outside my house, and I ain't did that. You could be in a taxi like,
yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen, you know. So if you haven't been here, I don't want to hear it. And really, if you done came here for a little holiday, 30 days, that don't count either. As far as like talking about living experience, we're talking from a different mindset. We've already been here in the system. We haven't had a break. Go back. You know, we already passed the whole euphoric honeymoon stage. So y'all don't know.
You don't know.
She didn't tell a lie. She was talking very raw, and a part of that is how, you know, our African American vernacular. That you won't even be mad.
No,
you know?
No, it's just like, that's just how. Especially when you get excited about it and you get to reliving it, it's just like this, and you get back to the moment, what you felt in that moment. But when you watch the whole thing, you see at some point she kind of sat back and she was like, but I ain't. I'm like, so you ready to come back to America? She's like, no.
I know that I don't think she had, I won't say, I don't know, I ain't there. Like, even with the interview and her disposition, I could say that she had to give, she admitted this. Well, I felt like talking about it, she had to get back on her spirituality, because perhaps like if she would have meditated right before the interview, you know what I mean? It could have like, but it's hard. I'm not putting her down, but it's hard because like, for me, it's been a struggle. It is a struggle. You know, it's so much happens in the day. And I just really felt her.
It's a lot that happens in a day. I tell people all the time, Ghana is not a place where, like, here, I can get probably 15, 20 things done in one day if I wanted to. There, I focus on one thing, one day, and try to get that done. And when you coming from this place and certain things just feel like, it's like, but this don't have to be hard. Like, y'all making it harder than it have to be. Or, you know, all of the things that come with coming from this country, going there. And even when you think that you are more adaptable, you may realize that you're not as adaptable as you think you are. And you got some adjusting to do. And, but I just wanted to say, I really appreciated you for being able to see further than what was on the screen. Because I was hoping honestly that other people would be able to see past what was being what was on the screen, and understand that this is it seemed like nobody heard her say that she had been suffering with depression and she had been going through all of the other stuff. Like, you ain't hear none of that. You just heard about her complaining.
But it wasn't listening.
No, nobody
had it on. It was playing. Don't mean it was listening.
Exactly. So I appreciate you for that in itself. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, so I could see, like, how are you navigating this this thing? And you have been such a joy to talk to, and then finding out you from South Florida has been even more amazing, because I think that also kind of puts things in perspective. because we also grow up around a lot of foreigners. So I think that helps too. And, you know, then having the background of being, you know, you kind of know how to move. Like we move different down in South Florida, and I can see that it's helping you to navigate Ghana in a way that is more beneficial to you. So I hope that anybody watching this video is able to learn and understand that moving to Ghana is a wonderful thing, or moving to Africa is a wonderful thing. It's about how you undertake the move in itself. Is there anything else that you would like to share before I let you go? Because I know you got your babies and they probably starting to be like,
hey. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say like it starts with you. You know, like any problem, I'm saying you, I'm talking to me, right? Yeah. So any problem that I could have, right, in Ghana or with the Ghanaian or in life out here, like it's with me, and I've had to learn to drop a lot of my expectations. I think how it's supposed to be, because the fact of the matter is, like over here, they do stuff like just something. This is kind of like a really simple example, but like when we come here, we're in awe at people carrying things on their head. They're like, y'all don't do that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with other things, and you have to, like, I have to be humble every day. Every day I get humbled, because even me coming from, I'm from Miami, I'm from poverty, I grew myself up, and then I hear somebody else say something, I just have to be quiet, you know, or I'll be saying something that I think they're supposed to know, and they have no idea. So I learned it's me. Maybe I bring it back some, you know. I need to come. Like I asked my driver one day, I said something one time, and I was like, Rihanna, and he was like, who's that? Like,
yeah,
she need a ride. You know, so, and you know, what's important to me ain't important to everybody over here.
Yeah.
I mean, what? So I have to. And if you think you can live in Ghana, I don't care what you compliments old school. If you think you can live in Ghana and not get along Ghanaians, you insane.
Yep. I totally.
How that looks, you need to figure that out. For me, that looks like, you know, I have my bread lady.
Yeah, you know, baby, I got somebody.
I never buy bread from nobody but her. I have my water lady. I only go to her, and when I go to her, the other lady. You know, I have my people. I buy my chicken man. I go to ShopRite of Palace for what I can't get on the outside. That's what the phone said when he called me chicken. You know, I like soft chicken. You know, so I have my people, and that's putting energy, currency in my community, and I'm getting it back.
Yeah.
You know, you might have an auntie, she rude to you. I have 2 aunties in my. They were so rude to me, you know, and I just kept trying. Fine morning, auntie. They'd be like, okay. Maybe I said, fine morning, madam. Maybe I can't see to auntie too close. You know, so I just started trying, you know, and then one day I went to the one auntie. I said, my auntie, madam, I'm a pacho metal bread. Right? She did look at me. I said, Bafo. She started laughing. You know, she started laughing at me. We good now.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that auntie is the boss lady. All the other shops, they go to her for wholesale. So, you know, she like, who was you up and up?
Madam.
Okay, who you all up in my stuff? Thinking you cute up in, you know? So I had to learn.
Yeah.
You know, I had to learn. It's the bread lady husband.
The who?
The security man.
Okay.
It's the bread lady husband.
Oh.
You got to know these things, you know what I mean? And whatever, you know. So you have to know, you have to put that effort in. That took me. But now I can send my kids, because they know the Obroni kids, they know they're my kids. So come here. Where's your mother? Why are you out there? Come.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because they know me and everything. So you have to, you know, I would say you have to do that. You have to do that. You just, and one thing, you never know who's who.
Yeah.
You never know who knows who.
It's so true, man.
If you do find a good Ghanaian, they're gonna rock with you.
All the way.
Rock with you.
All the way.
Yeah.
We got you all the way. When you get one, you better hold on to their ass.
Like, I tell you, when I saw that video, the one where she talked about when I said I gave my bonus, my driver a bonus that day.
Damn.
That was like, ooh. Like, I realized how grateful I was for him to have success here so far. Like, he's taking care of me and my family. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What she or someone else is experiencing.
Yeah.
You know, so we gotta show love. We gotta lead with love. That don't mean you gotta drop your guard down, but try to lead with love.
Lead with love. Oh yes, lead with love. Oh my God, yes, lead with love. Oh my God, thank you so much, Kristal. It has been such a freaking pleasure talking to you. Yes, your energy is amazing. I wish you all of this success in Ghana and in your journey.
Give it to me.
Yes, all of the success. All of the success. Yes.
Betsy, I'm sending it back.
Thank you. And anytime if you have anything, matter of fact, do you have anything going on? Anything that you want to let people know that you're doing, or they can reach out to you, whatever the case may be?
Not really.
Just chilling.
You know what I mean? Yeah. My birthday coming up, so y'all can slide. You know, I get details when it's time. That's it.
Yeah. So whenever you're ready, if you want to, you can come on. You can tell us whatever you have going on. I will be more than happy to have you on. It has been such a pleasure.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to appreciate you for this platform, because when I first said that first interview, I was conflicted about the interview, because I was like, damn, why does sis do that interview? And I was like, I was going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, idea or a bad idea. I was really. Then I said, you know what though? At the end of the day, I enjoyed it because she didn't tell no lie. You know what I mean? And it took some cojones on your behalf, like, to be like, this is my platform. Yeah. You know, like, say what you got to say. Go ahead now.
Because I feel like we all need a voice. And I've had experiences in Ghana, but I haven't had that experience in Ghana. So I was actually kind of taken aback. Like, I'm a person, when I get nervous, I laugh. Like, I have a nervous laughter. So the whole time I'm like, oh my God. Like, what do I do? Like, I wasn't expecting things to go like that, but at the same time, that was the truth. She wasn't lying. And while it was hard just as hard as it was for people to watch, it was hard to do. And
I bet
even posting it, it took me a minute to press the button. It took me a minute to pull the trigger on that, because I know that for whatever reason, people don't want to hear the truth, and they definitely don't want to hear the truth the way we deliver it sometimes. So I appreciate you saying that, because it was difficult. I don't think people even really know how difficult that was for me to do and to even put out there. Because for a couple of days I was like, no, I ain't putting it out. I ain't. Then I was like, man, bump that.
Because we sisters, and we gotta have each other's back.
Yeah.
Yes, we are Africans. You know, like, I got past the whole Brony conversation a long time ago. Mm-hmm. You know, because I know that I'm an African.
Exactly.
I know that. You know, exactly. But we're also African American.
Exactly.
And I'm realizing more. You know, so we're sisters.
Yeah.
And I should be able to say what she got to say.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we go be like, sis, no, but she said what she had to say, and I appreciate you that, but I appreciate you allowing the platform for us to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm always around Ghanaians all the time. I can't speak the way I want. Can't say what I want to say. I got to hold other stuff in.
You hold it in, yeah.
So because I be respectful and courteous, and I'm trying to survive.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I really appreciate that. We sisters, so and I appreciate you creating this sisterhood for us to bring, for real be sisters, not some sis.
Thank you for that, for real, because you actually just spoke into me something, and I'm gonna end the video, but I'm gonna talk to you about it for a second before I completely let you go. But so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I thank you. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
But if you are still watching, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll have some more videos coming up soon, and peace out.